Or let's say also, what if people say that company has many great products? We're not branded. Does that make sense? That means we have the ability to grow for many generations. So moving forward here with the brand strategy, let's talk about now our compensation. Now, talking about our compensation, the opportunity being rewarded to the fullest. This is what I'm going to say in a nutshell. It says here it's a 50-50 split. That means for every dollar that comes in, 50% is paid out to the field. Now, that's a very big deal. If you compare us to other companies, I've noticed on average, okay, they pay out around 30 to 40% for every dollar that comes in.
It's true.
This company is claiming 50%.
That's right.
So right out the gate, that's a pretty high payout. Now, some people might say, is that true? Well, I can't really talk about the success that people are having. I'm sure you may hear about certain stories later on today. But you know what I'm going to say? The size of this room is not too shabby. This is a pretty nice size. But this is what I will also say. The success that people are having, if you've been involved in this industry, okay, and you see what some of the people have in terms of success, this room should be 3 to 4 times larger.
That's right. Very true.
Now, how is that possible? How is it that we can have the size of this room, which is still pretty nice, but you see the success that's out there? Well, again, we have our product lines and we have our compensation.
Right.
That all encompasses the opportunity. Let's keep going here. It's known as our activate compensation. Both of those combined. Now, just talk a little bit more about the activate. There's a lot of flexibility there. Have you noticed there's a lot of flexibility with our products? If you love talking about weight loss, you can completely build your business with weight loss. If you, let's say, talking about the compensation, I know people that love specific parts about it. Some of us here love the base compensation. Some of us here love the matching bonus. Love the matching bonus. Okay. I'll talk, go into it, but again, with the lack of time, I want to keep going, but you have options. You have flexibility. Talking about our Bill of Rights. This also makes us very, very unique. I've been involved in this industry, as I said, for almost 20 years, and sometimes we can't appreciate what this is until, let's say, the company wants to look at your business.
Right.
And I have seen companies, it's crazy, where, let's say, I'm working in a specific state, okay, I live in California, I was building out, let's say, in New York, and let's say if I can't believe this, but this happened where I used to work, okay? I needed to come back home, and they go, look, you need to stay out there. Well, I need to come back home. And they go, we will cap your pay. You know what I'm thinking? Where was that in the comp plan?
Sure.
Right. What's amazing is with the Bill of Rights, okay, you are protected as a representative. Right. You are protected. And what's amazing, it is written, and when you sign it, the company abides by it. It's an amazing thing. Now, as I said, if you are new, if this is your first company, you know what I'm going to say? Man, it is so awesome. You have no idea how good you have it. If you've been involved in other companies before, I'm sure you're looking at this like, this is true. Let's keep going here. From there, we have, of course, our management. Yes. Amazing is that through their experience, 100 plus combined years, and yes, I've talked to people that have been involved in this industry, and they go, you know what, I've never seen something like this before. And I look at it and go, is that a positive or a negative thing? I look at it as a positive thing. Based on their experience, putting everything together the way they are, they have a bigger vision.
Right.
Now, if your goal is to get down to 12% body fat, you're going to have a philosophy on how to get down to 12%. If you're going to get down to 5% body fat, you're going to have a completely different set of discipline. Does that make sense? You're going to have a different philosophy if you want to get down to 5%. Why do I say this? Because I believe there's a different philosophy towards going to $1 billion versus $10 billion. Right? This company is not gearing for 1 billion. This company is putting everything together to be 10 plus billion. Does that make sense? And these are the people, of course, that are putting this all together. So with that, moving forward, I believe this is my last slide. So talking about this, a lot of other companies talk about the product, the company, then the compensation, then the support. In the industry, this is very, very common to talk about this. Okay? Being enthusiastic, there's a saying, enthusiasm. Right? I-A-S-M, I am sold myself. Right? And the thing is, with these 4 areas, okay, does this build enthusiasm?
Right.
Being a founder, and for anyone here in the future that would want to be a founder, what I just shared with you, we have to be in agreement and have belief in terms of where this company is going.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'll say as I'm just about done with my portion is, there's a saying that I've heard when I was a lot younger, and there's a saying that you cannot have the sweet without the sour.
Right.
You cannot have the sweet without the sour. I know, as I said, for some of us here, I'm saying this for a 3rd time, if this is your first company, man, it's an amazing experience, and you're going to see a lot of things going on today.
Yep.
And we're excited too. There's stuff I want to know about today.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah.
If you've been involved in many, many companies, this is what I'm also going to say. The same. You cannot have the sweet without the sour.
Right.
And I'm sure you are here today to look at ARIIX because you know what I mean when you have seen sour.
Right.
And you're looking at this and I go, man, this is sweet.
Right.
Does that make sense? So with that being said, how many of us here believe in ARIIX and where it's going?
Yeah.
So that is my portion for today. And so what I'm going to go ahead and now do is pass this back to Mark.
All right. Amazing. Now, if you aren't excited yet, you're going to be, or you're not alive. All right? You're not breathing. If you could, too, for us, if you could kind of scoot together a little bit. We've got some standing room only back in the back that are trying to still come in. So please just make sure we're kind of a full house today. We should have got some more seats or a bigger room, I guess. So it's always nice. So next, let's go through. It's time to give some recognition. We love recognizing people for their advancements and for their achievements on a regular basis. So I want to start out with our very first level, and that is our team lead level. So if we have any team leads in the audience, stand up. And if you're at home, stand up and let's clap for our team leads. Great. All right, next slide. Let's go to our senior team leads. We have any senior team leads in the audience? Stand up. Come on. All right. Congratulations to all of you at home. All right. Next. What's the next level? Supervisor. Do we have any supervisors? Nice job, supervisors. Congratulations. Now, if you're at home or you're one of the meetings all around North America that are gathered together, I want to hear you cheering so loud that we can hear you in Anaheim. So make some noise at home too. Don't be quiet, okay? Next, senior supervisors. How about our senior supervisors? Woo! Nice job. Congratulations. Moving up through the ranks. And as we continue, what is next? Nothing more than manager. Manager. Congratulations. Tell me that $150 a week doesn't make a difference in your life. All right? Next, senior managers. Any senior managers in the audience? Okay. All right, and next level, what is it?
Director.
Directors. Directors, stand up, directors. Woo! A lot of directors. $250 weekly checks. I love it. All right. How about senior directors? We have some senior directors? All right. Nice. How about our vice presidents? Do we have some vice presidents? Nice. Congratulations. Next, senior vice president, $750 weekly. Nice job, senior vice president. Congratulations to all our senior vice presidents. Okay, after that comes officer. Now this is where the pig gets a little bigger, huh? Do we have some officers? Stand up, all guys. Congratulations, all of our officers. Nice job. If you're brand new, you need to be going to them and saying, you need to buy me lunch, man. You make a job next week, okay? All right. How about senior officers at $2,000 a week, senior officers? They not only should buy you lunch, they should buy you dinner, right? Okay. And after senior officers, what do we have? Presidents. $3,000 a week. When you see this pin, you need to know, wow. Presidents, stand up for presidents. Now, since our regional, we had Susan and Josh Frank. Congratulations, Susan and Josh Frank, for going president. All right. CEOs. place who's in Florida, buddy, for our CEO. But Kobe and Marco in the Netherlands, congratulations. And all right. Martin, you better say hello to everybody. Hello. Brand new. How does it feel to be a CEO?
Really good. Really good.
Really good, right? When you see that and that opportunity, it changes things, doesn't it?
It does a lot. Changes a lot of things in my life.
Any advice for the people just getting started?
The biggest thing is to not quit, honestly. It's just keep going, keep chugging. You eventually break through, and that's the biggest thing. You know, so just keep it going. You go through ups and downs no matter what. The times you're really tested is when you're down. So just make sure you keep going through the downs, because when you're up, it's really good.
Yep.
The integrity of an individual is determined during the downtimes. Your integrity and your character will be defined during those difficult times. I guarantee there were moments that Vern thought, oh, this is a lot of work. I guarantee there were times Rick Billings was saying, I don't know if I can do this. I know for a fact I had conversations with Rick at times where individuals around him thought, I don't know if he can do this, right? People will doubt you. But look at the accomplishments and the ability in just a few short years, what can happen if we will stick with it. So I want you to use these guys as examples of what's possible. So congratulations.
Thank you, Mark.
Now, we're not done though. Chris Silkman. Chris and Terry, come on up, Chris and Terry. They flew all the way from Utah to be here with us today. I want to have them come on up. Chris Silkman. Now, Terry's a veterinarian, very successful in his practice. Chris is a very successful entrepreneur, and they're here with us. We had the privilege of getting to know them in Hawaii because not only did they hit this new title of CEO, but they were also part of the Elite Award this year. She was the premier salesperson of the year for North America and Europe. So let's give it up and have a give them some advice. They're brand new. They're just getting started. What would you say?
Well, I was brand new in the industry just as well. Been over about 2 years now. And when I first got into the industry, or people asked me, I was like, "There's no way I'm going to do this. I've been burned too many times." And the one thing I have found is that if you just believe in your dreams and you just keep pushing forward, no matter how many people quit on you, just keep moving forward. People to say yes. And that's what it's taken for us. My husband joined me 2 months ago.
Nice.
We've met amazing people from all over the world and this amazing company. And I have the blessing to be so close to Utah, or to corporate, that I get to go to corporate probably once or 2 times a month. And it's just an amazing experience.
Well, you hear from a lot of good people. We met the Dukes in Hawaii, and I can say probably without knowing them well, there's in any successful man, there's a very good woman. Punching the buttons and keep them straight. Personal testimony for me, I feel better, I look better, I lost 20 pounds. Personal testimony, the success of people's lives in the sense of being existing versus living. Existing is you get to the 15th of the month and you worry like crazy about what's happening in the last 15 days. Existing is you try to fight your way through cancer or through diabetes or through joint disease, and you get up every morning and you're limited by what you do, and your resource all goes to trying to fix your problems. The reason I'm in this is I worked 25 years in helping people prevent problems, and this is the best prevent problems and enhance people's lives mechanism that I've ever seen. And mostly I just get to be a trophy husband.
Thank you so much. All right. Wow, you can see the kind of folks we're attracting. It is so fun, isn't it, to be part of this great company? Okay, but I don't think we're done. Robert Allen, come on up here. Robert Allen from San Diego, come on up here. Brand new CEO, best-selling author, world renowned. You know, I was just in Russia, Bob, while you're coming up here. And I'm sitting there talking to an individual prospect that was looking at ARIIX, and he was asking me all these questions. And he said, "Is it true that Robert Allen is involved in ARIIX?" And I said, "Well, yes. He's not just a paid spokesperson." No, he's not a paid spokesperson. He is actually involved in building the business. And I'm telling you what a blessing and a gift it is, Bob. If you want to give a few words of advice to these folks who are working and achieving this, because during his incredible schedule of traveling around the world and doing what he does best by sharing and giving back to other individuals, he also achieved the title of CEO.
Yeah.
What a great company. We live a different lifestyle than ordinary people. We have it harder than ordinary people. We have it better than ordinary people. And I'm so thrilled to be here with you. Now, growing a business, you'd say, well, he's Robert Allen. You know, of course, it would be easy for him to grow the business, but for me, it'd be a lot harder. But that's not true. You know, it's, you know, I have disadvantages too. But the bottom line is I made this decision this year that a lot of my staff used to do all this stuff for me. But then I said, I'm going to do this myself. I'm going to go just like you do, and one by one, work with people to build my own, you know, level into the CEO level. And it was hard. I worked like a dog. And I've never done that before, you know. I mean, you know, in this industry, because I said if I'm going to be in this industry, then I want to win at this industry. I want to be the best at this industry. I want to succeed. I want to have a label like Vern has, you know. I want to make sure that this is not something that they give to me. I want to earn it like you do.
Yep.
So when I stood on the stage in Las Vegas, I earned that CEO. I worked hard to get it, and I want you to know you can get it, and you need to get it. You want to show to the world that this is the new way of building financial freedom and health and everything else. So when I see all you stand and you have your various different labels, for me, it's a totally different experience. I used to think, oh yeah, anybody can do that. Now, having done that at this level, I realize how much respect I have for you when you stand and show the label you have earned. I have great respect for you. Thank you, Mark, for giving me this opportunity.
Hey, one more thing. Bob is always giving and always willing to help us, and so I want to give you a little glimpse of something that he has told me he's going to be making available to all the ARIIX family for free.
So in Vegas, I gave a beginning version of this book, and many of you took advantage of that. But on October 1st, we'll be releasing a totally different version than we see up here. A brand new version that will be on Kindle. Anybody in the world can buy it. It'll be, you know, maybe $5 or $8 or something like that on Kindle. But I want every single one of you to have your copy for free. And so thank you. Everybody in ARIIX, it's my gift to every single person in ARIIX. And it talks about the 4 principles of success. If you want to build the fundamental basis of personal growth, the other 4 immediate actions you take to grow rich in all areas of your life. So this, I think, will be a foundation for all of you in building your ARIIX businesses. I think you'll enjoy it. It's different than the one that you might have received, Be a lot of art in it, a lot of visuals. I think you'll enjoy it, and it's my gift to all of you. October 1st, we'll let you know how you can download your own version of it. All right? Thank you.
All right. And for those of you watching and listening in Mandarin and Spanish, we're also working on translating this in Japanese, in Chinese. I think we're working on Russian, working on several other languages all around the world. So this will be available to the ARIIX family as a great fundamental tool for you, and also one you can leverage in building your business. So thank you, Bob, for that great gift. Okay, now, chairperson. Wow. Ooh, this is kind of one of those, ooh, wow, ah, right? Well, guess what? We do have some new chairpersons. Lynn Ellen Johnson from Florida, congratulations, let's give it up. She should hear you from Anaheim, come on. Congratulations, Lynn, you and your family, we just love you so much, appreciate you. One of the founders of ARIIX also, and none other than, they're right here, come on up, new chairpersons. Wow. How does it feel to be chairperson?
Feels pretty incredible. It's fun.
So give the audience and the people all around the world a little bit of advice on how does someone achieve this?
Well, I think first and foremost, you have to have extremely big goals. I think it's very hard to hit a goal such as chairperson without having a goal bigger than chairperson. You know, we're very, very focused on Founders Club. You know, ever since that came out, we've been so motivated by it, wanting to be a part of that. And I think the biggest thing is just stay close to a mentor. Stay close with someone that knows what they're doing, and just listen to what they have to say. Don't digress from it. Just follow it to the T, and don't wait for a training to learn something from them. You know, I learned the best way to learn sometimes is through observation. You know, I remember back in the day, I used to watch Duke and Elvis, and I would just be taking notes, you know, and training myself, even though it wasn't considered a training per se. I believe just sticking with someone that knows what they're doing and having that support network is such a big deal. And ignore all the haters, ignore all the naysayers, you know. You're gonna have so many of those, and I think as your success grows, that group is also gonna get larger as well. And that's when you know you're doing something right, when that group is getting larger. So obviously don't hope for it, obviously, right? But expect it. Expect it if you're gonna do big things in this industry or big things in anything. There's always gonna be the people that don't wanna see you succeed, and they're gonna say whatever they wanna say to try and get you from not climbing the ladder. You know, so just ignore those people and obviously have fun. You gotta have fun doing this. You know, I think it's such a big deal. If you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. You know, that's such a big deal. So I think those are, you know, hopefully some tips that might be pretty useful.
I think when it came to going chairperson, it was like, we thought we were full-time before, and then going chairperson was like on a whole nother level. And it was almost like our vision had changed to, not only did we want to grow our team and make our team more successful and help lift them up, but it was like every single person that we were like coming in contact with, we wanted them to have the opportunity. We wanted them to know about the product. And so our vision just became this whole other thing where we want to increase our pace, like with the business and with the company, and just help ARIIX get there faster. So, yeah.
All right, let's hear it one more time for new chairperson. Thank you so much, guys. All right, good. All right, well, that's almost impossible, isn't it? Now, I better put a disclaimer in here. You better look at our average income chart anytime you look at incomes like this, all right? That is available on the internet. You can check it out just so you can see where it's at. But we do have a new chairperson level 4. They're here with us. Here comes your come on. Wow. Now, when you see that pin, and if the diamonds just keep adding around it, I just think it's pretty dang awesome. So, how does it feel to be chairperson level 4? Any advice?
I would say that I don't want this to come off bad, but with all our titles, this was probably the most simplest one that we did, and only because we had great leaders in place. So it just flowed.
I would definitely have to agree with Sheila on this one. I've noticed that as you're building your business and you're getting the learning curve down, the first couple could be a little difficult. The first couple could challenge you. And what's crazy is that one thing I always like to do when someone goes titles, I love to hear their story every single time. And I've noticed at around officer to senior officer, I hear people saying the craziest thing is that it felt like my title was easier to do. And it happens around that time. And when it came to level 4, I guess you could say if you're working with your team a certain way and helping them grow in success, the level 4 run kind of just happened. We have so many key players, so many leaders, so many people that have grown, and I believe that when you get into those type of titles, it's kind of like you become that title through good karma. So one thing I'll say is that as you're going and you're starting off your business, all the way up to vice president and all the way up to officer, learn the game, master the game, understand the ropes. As I mentioned, I've interviewed so many people, and some of those titles have been so, as I said, it was a challenge, it was a struggle. But officer and above, they go, something shifted. And imagine when you're at chairman and above and you go, wow, it really does feel like something that you're gifted for good karma for the work you've done with your team. That's how I feel about it.
Thank you, guys. Congratulations again.
Chairperson level 4, come on, let's give him a big applause. You said something that's very important, and that is the team.
Because in ARIIX, as you build a strong foundation, as you build a team with our unique compensation plan, the Activate compensation plan, it rewards you unlimited for years to come. That's the thing that so many people don't quite understand. If they did, there is no other option when you look at the compensation plan and what it offers us. Let's go to the next slide then. Savings bonus. All right. So, we had someone qualify for savings bonus. And we were like, wow, maybe we better do some recognition for individuals that have accomplished something this big. You might know in our compensation plan, as you build your business, anytime you have a check of over $250 in base commissions weekly, we set aside a little bit of money. It happens to be 15%. Now that 15% builds and builds and builds until you reach the level of $10,000. We do that because we don't want to be like other companies where they entice you to run off and buy a car on a lease that you can't afford, and the next month you conveniently don't qualify, but you still have to pay the lease, and then you're wondering, what do I do? We do this because, first of all, we don't care if you buy a car, a boat, a new house, a college kid's education, travel, reinvest in your business, whatever you would like to do with it, it's yours. But we want to teach sound principles on the fundamentals of investing, saving, and putting away. And the savings plan teaches that. It's also an incredible retention tool for your organization to learn that they have this nice little nest egg off to the side. And if you're like me, you spend what you have, right? This gives you this little opportunity. So it's time to recognize somebody who happened to be here with us. So let's go through. We had congratulations. Let's give a big applause to all the individuals that qualified.
Congratulations out there. I know a bunch of you are watching with your teams. We're so proud of all of you. But since we have Casey and Diana, if you come up, we want to present you officially right here your very own ARIIX check for $10,000. You might want to come over so the cameras can see you right here. There you go.
All right. Other than I wouldn't ask you where you're going because you wouldn't say Disneyland because you're here all the time. What are you going to do with $10,000?
I think we're going to go get a new place to live. We're going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, thank you to the team, man. This wouldn't be possible without you guys. This is a win for all of us, man. I love you guys, too. Thank you.
Congratulations. Let's give them another big round of applause. $10,000.
Congratulations. If you'd like your photo with Casey and Diana and their big checkout after at the break, go ahead and get them, all right? You can say, that's me next, right? So watch your savings plan. Okay, next. We have the next thing. We have currently paid out $3.4 million, in case you're curious, in savings plan bonus, all right? All right, let's go. Stevie Awards. I'd love to announce we have some new awards we just received. So let's go through those real quick. We received a Bronze Stevie Award for the ARIIX website, the ARIIX.com website. If you haven't been there, we received a Bronze Award for Fred Cooper as the Executive of the Year. We also received a Bronze Stevie Award for the Management Team of the Year. In addition to that, we have a Bronze Stevie Award for our Power Boost, our Fuel Boost. Love that Power Boost, man. That is an amazing product. Bronze Stevie Award for our Purity Air Purification System for the new product and service of the year. Congratulations, you're going to hear more about that. I'll tell you, after you hear about it, you're going to give it a gold, I promise you, all right? We received a Silver Stevie Awards for our Pride. Congratulations. We have none other than our product expert, Eric, here with us. We'll hear more. All right, Silver Stevie Awards for the most innovative company of the year. Congratulations to all of you being part of that. And we received a Gold Stevie Award for our Revive incredible personal care line and everything that it offers. So the Revive website. Congratulations to all of you being part of this, and there are more to come. We continue to receive all kinds of accolades around the world all the time. Now, there was one more award. We also have been inducted as the Better Business Bureau rating and received an A+ rating. So congratulations to all of you. You know what that means? That's very important. That means we are presenting ARIIX in a very ethical and showing the utmost integrity. That means we're not having a lot of complaints coming in about the company or being treated unfairly or misrepresented in the opportunity. I'm very proud of that. I want to maintain that. And I know you do too, because that's something that shows the integrity and the class act we all here at ARIIX. So congratulations to all of you. All right? Now, last week we opened Korea. We had our grand opening, a couple of pictures there. All right, and Subai and Fred, Deanna, and Ian and others were there celebrating with our brand new office in Gangnam. Okay? So every time you hear that song and you want to get up and start dancing, think of ARIIX is now in Korea, and you'll never forget where our office is located. Right? Gangnam style, right? Okay. We have our trips coming up. Folks, if you have not qualified already, you need to get busy. There is still plenty of time. It is September. We have October, November, and December still to qualify for Cancun. In the first round, we already had all of these individuals who qualified. Congratulations to all of you. You're already qualified for Cancun. We have a whole bunch of other people that are on that cusp building towards it this second phase. We've given you 2 chances to win this. So next, we have Europe trip just ended, going to Naples, Italy. All right. So here, congratulations to all of our trip winners in Italy. Man alive, that's not bad, huh? I know they didn't send me on that one. I was kind of a little bummed. All right. Next trip. Trips all around the world. I hope you see what's going on with ARIIX. We have, okay, is that it on that? Okay. Just to mention, Fred is in Vietnam right now with Taiwan. They had their trip. We have Japan qualifying for Thailand. We have China qualifying for Bali. We have trips going on all around the world. I want you to look for these opportunities in the future, because if you're missing out on these trips, we've changed this now. It's not just the elite winners that can win. It used to be you were competing against these top leaders and you were saying, how do I beat Steve Schwartz? I just can't do it, right? Now, every single person, as long as you hit that minimum metric, you can be attending these events, because we want as many people as we can there. Now, don't forget, our elite standings will still get you there a day before. You'll get some extra pampering, so it's still worth going after those elite status and categories. But we want to make sure the entire group is here and we're having a blast with literally hundreds of individuals. In our China event in Bali, I believe the last count was over 300 have already qualified for that event. So what an incredible opportunity as we're moving forward. ARIIX loves to have fun with you too. I want you to remember that. All right? Okay, let's move along.